What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on the latest in updates and everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up a very impressive 5.13% pre-market. Market's opening in roughly 12 minutes, so just keep that in mind. But a couple of things is really giving NIO some good hype. One is good macro data. So yesterday evening, we did have trade of balance, exports and imports. Even though the forecasts were fairly ambitious, they did get beat. So exports came in at 5.8, forecast of 5.5, imports 1.1 versus 2.5. So very good for the Chinese economy. This signals a lot of good growth. All this data is from June, so a lot of this information might potentially piss off Trump, but nonetheless, it goes to show that despite the tariffs and everything, things are going pretty a-okay. Also did have new loans coming in better than the forecast, so it shows that the economy is expanding. We also do have this evening a lot of other good data points that could really push NIO and just other Chinese stocks higher, but that'll be obviously for tomorrow. One thing that did come out early this morning though was this right here. So Onvo L90 secures between 30 to 35,000 pre-orders in the first 4 days. So this most likely is going to prompt more and more analyst ratings because, let's be fair, analysts largely don't know what the hell they're talking about majority of the time. So a lot of them are sheep. A lot of them try to focus on hot trending stocks, and NIO definitely is it. Even during the overnight, roughly around 2 a.m., there was 1.6 million shares being traded during just the overnight. So even encumbering the pre-market, it is right now the third most heavily traded stock. So today is going to be crazy volume. Even during the pre-market, shorts are increasing 1.07 million shares. So we've seen this happen time and time again. The fact that NIO does show a lot of bullish signals and a lot of signs that it's going to have a very aggressive breakout. So shorts pretty much ditch everything and they try their very best to suppress NIO. We've seen this time and time again. So anticipate shorts to be fairly active. 12.37% of the free float is being shorted though, works out to be 190.82 million shares overall being shorted. So just anticipate some volatility. And one thing to bring up though is the open interest. So this week is a monthly change. So if NIO for whatever reason is able to close above $4, then this is where you could see a very nice gamma squeeze. And as well, one thing to kind of take note of though is usually in the first 2 trading days, this does go up by roughly like 20%. So even making it more interesting for this week. So you could see a very nice push higher, as I kind of went into a little bit more of a deeper dive in my video yesterday. So if you're curious, pop over there, kind of watch my video from yesterday. A lot of good expectations and data points for this week. But right now with it at 410, it is trading between this R3 and this R2. 392 is going to be a strong support. In my opinion, I don't really see that being touched today. And then 414 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. If it is able to successfully get above that, then you have 471 being the next strong target / resistance point. So you could see things heat up very, very fast. But like I said, shorts are going to try their very best to really suppress it at all costs. Currently, at the time of doing this video, it is above that 100-day moving average. So showing a lot of signs that it really wants to move higher. 200-day moving average is at 442. But again, as what we've seen in the past, every time NIO does show a lot of these signs that it wants to break higher, such as right here, here, pretty much every single time, shorts just randomly just decide to increase like 10, 15 million. So anticipate a lot of volatility today, but regardless, a lot of big money is getting into NIO. So it's going to be a little bit of a battle, but I'm relatively optimistic that NIO can continue to move higher. Just watch for a lot of the key points. So like I said, 414 for it to close above that today to really show further signs that's going to push higher. And then 442, that might be a little bit more of a, I guess, best case scenario for today. But over the next couple trading days, just watch for that 200-day moving average to be hit. So let me know your thoughts on, for instance, everything that's been happening over the last 3 or 4 trading days. Things have really heated up with NIO. One thing to also take note of though is normally algorithmic trading does influence NIO quite significantly. And currently the futures are red. So Dow's down 0.28, S&P down 0.24, NASDAQ down 0.16. So the fact that NIO is actually holding its gains during the pre-market is rather surprising. But like I said, anticipate a lot of volatility today, a lot of battles. But I think just based on L90 and what NIO's doing behind the scenes, things are looking pretty okay. So let me know your thoughts on this. Quick pre-market update. If there is some big changes that does happen throughout the trading day, I'll do a PM video, but let me know your thoughts. Are you buying NIO? Are you selling? What's your kind of general 2 cents on everything that's been happening? But one final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I do give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.